Hey, everybody! I'm so excited I can get back to the Egyptian beauty saga. Return Hope. I'm so glad you've been waiting for this. I'm hoping you're able to get back to it. This time, no more interrupting. I decided to read it at Nani's house. So, without further notice, let's get to reading. Egyptian Beauty Return Hope. Alright. In March 22nd, at Nightmare Pillar, two teleporters taking Marlowe and a captain to the water room to talk to Caliber on the water rising. Caliber said, "Well, look like you have friend to see me, so I'm Caliber, Pharaoh Jackal, wizard, and we take order for him." Milo asked, "Why are you doing this?" Caliber said, I'm to take over, and Pharaoh Jackal will taking over the kingdom." Marlowe said, "I've to help my nephew to stop him, and you." The captain said, Marlowe is right, because the kid is our only hope, and we'll be there for him." Caliber said, "But the Pharaoh Jackal will take the lands, and there's someone who worked with him, is Peter's father." In March 23rd at Kingdom, Peter has trained so much, and woman Rain Bucks and Melissa taught him well. Peter had learned to use his sword key, and he ran around the kingdom. He was swim faster on an Nile, and he stronger as a bull. He done well with a sword fighting with Rain, and also he can able to use power from his sword key. Pharaoh James showed up and said, "You've done very well, like me, and now I'll show you something." When Pharaoh James showed Peter a mummified right under the throne, Peter asked, "Who's that?" Pharaoh James said, "That right, Hamilton muttered. She is staying alive, and we have to keep her safe in our throne." Peter knew that this mummy is right all along. Pharaoh James said, "I want you to help this kingdom, and Hamilton is coming here on our way." Peter said, "Your Majesty, I wanted to tell you this, but my father, named Boris Sander, hasn't come home in London." Pharaoh James said, "I'm sorry about your father, and you need to believe in yourself and let your light come by." Peter said, "I'll do my best, Your Majesty." Back to the Nightmare Pillar. Pharaoh Jackal, Borak, Marlowe, the captain, and mind control mummy Yama, and Maru, Prez, and the harbor are at the freezing area. And Pharaoh Jackal said, "This is a freezing area. It's a place that we put people inside the coffin, and it's automatic frozen you inside with the dark spell." Borak said, "Once you're Once you were frozen, we'll send you to someone from Dimension. The captain said, we'll never give up, because you guys are just a man here. You'll never win, Pharaoh Jackal said. Silent. You'll never see the boy ever again. Boris South, put them in the coffin. The mind-controlled mummy, young mother, Purse, and Harbor put it, Marlowe and the captain inside the coffin. The captain said, I hope we'll be okay. What now? Marlowe said, me too, Captain. Me too. They closed the lid, and Marlowe and the captain started to freeze. Later, all the Rousers are here, and Pharaoh Jackal, Boris, and all the terrorists, and all the mind-controlled mummy goddesses give the coffin to them. Pharaoh Jackal said, I want you to keep safe for your captain. Other need to bring as a proposed traitor known as Turfy Anubis number 88. So some of you may fail to complete the mission, but now you capture the boy too and bring him to us. Boris asked, do we have a deal, General Leandro? General Leandro said, me and my crew will take care for little guy. Back at Kingdom, Peter had taken meditation, and when Peter opened his both eyes, he saw David as glowing bright god with a Egyptian robe. David said, Peter, it's good to see you again, but I'm the most godless now, and I've been seeing you. Peter smiled and hugged David. Peter said, I miss you so much. David said, I miss you too, but now I wanted to tell you that I have a sister named Catie, and she lives in Rio. Peter said, I didn't know you had a sister. David said, you must go to Catie, and she'll help you to find your new hope. Peter said, I'll do it. And then David left. Peter ran up to Mark and Peter said, Peter ran up to Mark and Peter said, we had to tell Phil James about Catie. Mark asked, who is Catie? Peter said, Catie is David's sister because David is here and his sister is at Rio. Mark said, well, we can tell him right now. When Peter and Mark told Phil and Vic said, when Peter and Mark told Phil, James, and Queen Sabrina about David, Phil James said, I hope that you'll be safe in Rio. Peter said, I'll let you know that I'm going back to the kingdom. Queen Sabrina said, Peter, I know that you're going to be alright in Rio, but I want you to bring my boy with you. When Ink showed up, Queen Sabrina said, please, let Ink come with you. Peter said, I'll take good for him. When Peter and Mark met the Universal Guardian and the hero of time, Windwaker said, I'm Windwaker, leader of a hero of time, and this is the Universal Guardian. Peter said, I'm Peter, and this is Mark, so we had to go to Rio. Windwaker said, we'll take you to Rio. Peter said, thank you, Windwaker, for taking us. Windwaker said, anything anything for the chosen one. When Peter, Mark, Inc., Universal Guardian, and Hero of the Time are at America, Wind Waker said, "We'll take about 23 hours and 3 minutes to get there." Inc. said, "Peter, I've been wanting to say that I'm doing a great with friends." Peter said, "Me too, and I'm really making a new friend at school." Inc. asked, "What is school?" Peter said, "School, a place to learn things for younger children like me." Inc. said, "That was a wonderful thing you guys have, but can all puppies go to school too?" Peter said, "No, because they don't allow pets to school, but only the school pet." Inc. asked, "What is pet?" Inc. said, "Pets are other animals that we usually keep them." Inc. said, "I didn't know that." They set off to Rio, and Pharaoh James said, "Good luck, chosen one." And so they go to Rio. Don't worry, I put a period on it. And so they go. And so they go to Rio. General Riano and his officer saw Peter on a falcon. General Riano said, "We found the little boy, and they heading to the Rio, so it's time to go to Rio then." Okie dokie. Meanwhile, at Rio, Peter and Otter had a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to change this music. Okay, when were we? Oh yes. Peter and Otter has made it, and Wind Waker said, "I hope we can make it to find Catie in no time." Mark said, "I'm sure that she can help this little one." When Peter walked up to the statue, Peter smiled and Inc. said, "That's a nice statue they got." Peter said, "Yes, and it's called a no. It's a 30 meters tall, and it's the statue of Jesus Christ." Inc. asked, "That guy named Jesus Christ?" Peter said, "Yes, and he is a great one, and everybody loves him." Inc. asked, "Can I be like him?" Peter said, "Maybe someday, Inc., but now we have to find Catie." Catie stood up and said, "I'm Catie here." Peter and Inc. turned around and started to sulk. Peter said, "Wow, you scare us." Catie said, "Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, but I hear you said about my name." Peter said, "Yes, and David told me about you." Catie realized about David, and Catie said, "I knew he met you, but why you come here?" Peter said, "Because Pharaoh Jackal has ended David." Catie felt like her brother is gone and said, "I didn't know my brother is gone, and you have to come to my pawn shop." At the pawn shop, Peter, Mark, and Universal Guardian and Hero of the Time are having a meeting with Catie. Catie said, "I know that my brother had been killed by a jackal guy, but we had to stop him." Peter said, "I know you wanted to revenge on Pharaoh Jackal, but we just but he's just a teenager wrapped up as a mummy with a pharaoh clothes and a jackal mask, just like David told me. Wind Waker said, "It's true, 'cause he is under control by an evil wizard named Caliber." Pierce said, "He is truly madness wizard. He wanted to take over." Cassie didn't realize that and said, "Well, we'll have to go to Egypt and help others." General Orlando said, "Sorry, you guys. This little boy is coming with us now." Peter asked, "Who are you guys, and why are you here for me?" Oh, hold on. Sorry, I had to change it again. Okay, General Leandro said, "I'm General Leandro, and this is my Ravager. So we work for Captain Dalamar, and we're helping Pharaoh Jackal to capture you and telephone Anubis number 88. Mark said, "Wait, I don't know that I'm going to be captured too." Pierre realized that General Rolando and his Ravager working with Pharaoh Jackal. Cassie said, You guys can't take them because Pierre is a special and he'll never come with you guys." Wind Waker said, "She's right. Pierre is the chosen one and we'll take all you down." General Leandro said, "Well then, time for you guys can do better. So boys, let's get them." General Leandro and his Ravager are getting ready for a big fight, and Cassie taking care Inc. Pierre and other fighting General Leandro and his Ravager, but Catie has keeping Inc. as safe till one of the General Leandro Ravager came here and she picked up the frying pan to hit him. Pierre and other are good at fighting, and General Leandro and his Ravager about to leave at the pawn shop. General Leandro said, "We're leaving right now, and we have your uncle with Dalamar in ship." General Leandro and his Ravager left the pawn shop, and Pierre knew that Uncle Marlowe at Dalamar ship. Okay, Pierre, Mark, and Cassie, Universal Guardian, and the Hero of Time are back in the Falcon, and they're heading back to the kingdom. Back to the Nightmare Pillar. Borak walked up to Pharaoh Jackal, and Borak said, "Your Majesty, we're almost there to the kingdom, and we're ready for our big battle." Pharaoh Jackal said, "Yes, and soon the throne will be mine." Borak said, "Yes, my Pharaoh, and we'll make sure that all the mind control mummy goddesses will take them down." Pharaoh Jackal said, "Very good, Borax, and when we get there, make sure you take good care for all the children at the home for all children." Borax said, "I'll wrap up for the boys and girls." Back to the kingdom, Pierre and the other has returned with Cassie, Samuel, Maria, Diamond, and Amp. Walk up to them, and Samuel said, "Cassie, it's good to see you again." Cassie said, "Samuel, Maria, Diamond, and Amp, it's been so long that I met you guys." Diamond said, we have to tell them that Pharaoh Jackal and his other is coming here. At night, the royal guard stand up and wait for Pharaoh Jackal and his other to get here. Pharaoh James and Queen Sabrina are watching their army to getting ready, and Queen Sabrina said, I'm sure that we'll win this in no time. Pharaoh James said, yes, my love, because Hamilton had become the Pharaoh Jackal, but he'll no match to the great power. Queen Sabrina said, James, Hamilton in there, and he'll never be back to himself. Pharaoh James said, I know, but he'll come back for us and his mother. Queen Sabrina asked, how can we do that? Pharaoh James said, I do when I must, so go and take our puppy with you, because I'll do it myself. Queen Sabrina said, James, I won't let you. Pharaoh James said, I'll be fine, Sabrina. I'll take care for him. Now go! When Queen Sabrina go and grab the puppy, Pharaoh James had to deal with Pharaoh Jackal. Later, Pharaoh Jackal and his other are here, and the royal guard began to fight Pharaoh Jackal and his other at Dr. Alexander's home for the other children. The children watching them fight, and Boris is here. The little girl walked up to him and said, You got to help us, mister. There are so many bad guys in here. And what can we do? Borak smiled at them. He pulled out his sword to begin to kill half of the children. Meanwhile, Woman, Rain, Buck, and Melissa are helping everybody getting on the Baraka, and Buck said, We need more citizens to get on the boat. Queen Sabrina and her puppy are rushed to the Baraka, and Queen Sabrina said, Don't worry, everybody, your queen has arrived, and I brought King Kong, Otto, Christopher, Tuggakin, Quinn, John, Lincoln, Sophie, Blue, Cleo, Love, Cindy, Snow, Lisa, Stella, and Nala with me. One of the mummy dog asked, Your Majesty, where is Pharaoh James? Queen Sabrina said, Your Pharaoh had to take care of Pharaoh Jackal in our throne room. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to change this song again. Everyone is talking, and Peter didn't realize Pharaoh James gonna get hurt. Peter said, I have to help the Pharaoh. Catie said, Peter, he's coming back to us. Peter said, but Pharaoh James will get hurt, so I'm going to save him. Peter spoke. Okay. Peter hopped off the falcon and ran to the dog stink. Back to the throne room, Pharaoh James facing to his throne to wait till Pharaoh Jackal is arrived. Pharaoh James said, I've been waiting for you to come here. Pharaoh Jackal said, Yes, and I do this for my mother, that I kill her. Pharaoh James said, You may be a pharaoh, but only the true pharaoh can be good enough to take the soul. Pharaoh Jackal said, Therefore I'll try to help Queen Sabrina to get the way to be. Pharaoh James said, But you caused the chaos in a town and killed half of the people. Pharaoh Jackal said, "You see that I have to take orders for Caliber." Pharaoh James said, "I told you, Caliber is a psychopathic wizard, and you already know he killed my parents." Pharaoh Jackal said, "Since that you won't help me, and I tried to end you, you'll never see Sabria ever again." Pharaoh James said, "I know that I'm the only one who rule Egypt." Pharaoh Jackal said, "It's time to show yourself who you really are." Pharaoh Jackal pulled out his ink sword, and Pharaoh James said, "I already know who I am." When Pharaoh James picked up the sword on the ground, he jumped over Pharaoh Jackal and began the sword fight. Don't worry, I stopped the music. Back to Peter. He saw half of the children are dead inside Dr. Alexander's home for the other children, and Borax saw up. Borax said, "I know who you are, Peter." Peter turned around and asked, "You know who I am?" Borax said, "Yes, and I used to work with Pharaoh Jackal." Peter said, "I won't let you help him take over." Borax said, "Listen, Peter, you may be a chosen one, but you and me can take over for Pharaoh Jackal and work together." Peter asked, "Why do you think I would work together with you?" Borax said, "We can do a lot of fun together." Peter said, "I'll never work with you because you're a monster." Borax said, "So be it, kid, but I can beat you in the sword fight." Borax pulled out his sword, and Peter said, "This is for Pharaoh James." When Peter pulled out his sword key, they about to do a sword fight. Back to Pharaoh James and Pharaoh Jackal. Pharaoh James is having so much fighting to do without his sword key, and Pharaoh Jackal said, "I see that you getting weaker, my doggy friends, but I'm getting stronger than you." Pharaoh James said, "But I have the hope inside me." Pharaoh Jackal said, "Let's see that you can handle this." Then Pharaoh Jackal used his ink sword to move big part of the dark thing up to throw it at Pharaoh James at too many times until Pharaoh James trapped inside. Back to Peter and Borax. Peter is doing his best to win, and Borax said, "Someone taught you well, but I've been trained by Pharaoh Jackal." Peter said, "I'm doing this one for my mother." Borax said, "The only thing about your mother is that she loves you, and she'll be so proud of you." Peter recognized that Borax said something and said, "I don't know you met my mom or not, but I've to stop you." Peter and Borax are continued the sword fight, and back to the throne room. Pharaoh Jackal walked to him and said, "Without your sword key, you're nothing like you'll never without your sword key, you're nothing like you'll never be so powerful again." Pharaoh James heard the voice from James' parents, and the voice of James' mother said, "James, I know you've been trying to, but you're the wonderful as a dog." The voice of James' father said, "You may be a brave, and you'll never give up." The voice of James' mother said, You've been trained so well, and you killed the ant. The voice of Jane's father said, first you stopped the demon, then you found 3 missing pieces of your sword key, and now you freed Sabrina from the portal sarcophagus. The voice of the Jane's mother said, you see that you've been helping others. You've taught someone very well. The voice of Jane's father said, you may be a dog, but you're our wonderful son. The voice of Jane's mother said, now go and be the one who rule Egypt. Pharaoh James' eyes are glowing golden and break out of the big part of a dog thing's tail. Pharaoh James turned back to the human, and he is so powerful. Pharaoh Jackal knew that Pharaoh James is so powerful, and they go on to the sword fight. Pharaoh James going to win this, and Pharaoh Jackal said, you're too powerful, but I never give up. When Pharaoh James kept fighting hard, his sword cracked. Pharaoh Jackal mask sized to a right eye, and the Pharaoh James saw Hamilton right eye wrapped. Pharaoh James said, Pharaoh James and Pharaoh Jackal pointed their sword to each other, and Pharaoh James said, Hamilton, please, don't do it to us. I know that you felt that way, but this isn't about you, so please don't listen to your darkness and stay with us. Pharaoh Jackal put up his ancient sword and said, you're too late, my friend, 'cause Hamilton is no more. They're only Pharaoh Jackal, and I to finish when I started. Pharaoh James put up the sword and said, in that case, Pharaoh James turned back into a dog and said, the kingdom is now yours. Pharaoh James left the throne room, and Pharaoh Jackal took the throne. Pharaoh James ran to the Falcon, and Queen Sabrina hugged him. Queen Sabrina said, I'm so glad you're okay now, for now. Pharaoh James smiled, and he realized that everybody on the Falcon are missing someone. Pharaoh James asked, where is Pierre? Back to Pierre and Borax. They at the tower, and Pierre jumped over to the cliff of the tower, were right next to the river Nile. Borax smiled and said, impressive. You really are the brave one. Just like Boris Sander. Pierre recognized his father's name and asked, how do you know my father's names? Borax said, because I'm your father. Pierre realized Borax is his father the whole time and started to shout it. It's true. It is true. You really are my father. Borax said, since that you found out who I am, we'll take orders for Pharaoh Jackal as father and son. Pierre crying and yelled, why? Why? Why did you do this to your family? Borax said, all the family has is to take a new role for the new kingdom. New law for the new kingdom. Pierre yelled, I don't want to do this with you, Dad! Borax said, Peter, with your help, will bring chaos to the world. Peter said, you forget. I'm the chosen one. And the chosen one never worked together with a monster like you. Peter jumped and led into the river Nile, but as for Borax, he how much knew that Peter learned about Borax's secret. When Peter has landed river Nile, Pharaoh James and his other had found him. When they pulled Peter out of the river Nile, Pharaoh James said, so glad we found you, Peter. Peter said, yeah, you found me. Catie asked, what's wrong, Peter? Peter said, it's Borax, and he is my father. Back to the throne room, Borax walked up to Pharaoh Jackal, and Borax asked, Your Majesty, what happened to your mask? Pharaoh Jackal said, Pharaoh James did this to my mask, but they'll make me a new mask, and this will be the same one. Borax said, good thing that we taken over the kingdom. Pharaoh Jackal said, yes, we did, and soon we'll take over the world. Borax said, yes, we will, Your Majesty. Yes, we will, and I'll tell Caliber about we did. Pharaoh Jackal said, you do that, Borax. You do that. Meanwhile, at the they are at the abandoned school called Friends of the Old High School, and they making the school more like an Egyptian. Peter felt like his father working with Pharaoh Jackal, and Mark said, it's okay that your father working with Pharaoh Jackal, but we had to save your uncle from the Ravager. Peter said, I hope we can save him with more teamwork together. Woman said, we'll help you save your uncle. Buck said, yeah, we got this. Peter smiled and new book began. And book 5. Don't worry, I think we're going to continue making this story on next Thursday. Yep, next Thursday. Yep, next Thursday. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm Christopher, signing off.